Good day. I think I may have mentioned this earlier, but when I was like 25 years old, I had this big realization about toxic personalities. And I worked out some sort of method on how to deal with them, which was very simple. I was just distancing myself from them, getting them out of my life. Yeah. And I didn't know what to expect from this. I was just doing it, you see. Yeah. And now when I look back at my life, I think I understand this. This has been very important to me. Yeah. It sort of gave me space early on when I was in my 20s. Yeah. And I think it's been key to my development. Yeah. Developing my abilities and freedom. Yeah, I think it's been very important. Because, I think that's how it works. You live your life, you try to live a happy life, harmonic life. And then you have some people around you. You may not meet them very often, but they are there, And they want to make nothing out of you. It sort of pushes you in. Yeah. So that's what I've been doing. Right. Now I also realize how simple life has been, or became for me. It's now very, very simple. And maybe this sounds boring, but some people, they like to have things very, very complicated, right? But I'm happy about this simplicity thing. Yeah. Communication, life, very simple, basic things, you see? Yeah. And I want to tell you an example of this, of how it works, this simplicity. So this happened to me quite recently, just a few months ago. I was feeling a pressure. Yeah, this may sound weird, but that's what I feel. This is how it works for me. I feel a pressure. And I know that something is there. And I addressed it. I put my attention on it. And usually I get a response, but this time I didn't. There was no response. It was like solid, It was like I was talking to a refrigerator or something, Nothing came back. But there was something that did happen. It was getting more intense. Yeah. There was an increase in the pressure. So I knew there was something there. Yeah. And I kept going with this. This took maybe 5-6 minutes. I was asking questions about this thing. And then finally I got something back from this. And it was just one word or one concept. It was fire. Yeah. And I said, okay, fire, right? And I got it again, fire, stronger. And this was repeated maybe 10-12 times, fire, And I totally got it, but I wanted to know more, of course. So I was asking questions about this. What's with this fire? What happened? And then this guy, there was a guy, he told me this story of how he burned. Yeah. And it was a bit different because he was talking about a very intense heat, extremely intense. Not like a fire, usual fire, but it was hotter, you see. Well, that's what he said. And I could feel it, I could feel the fire. It's almost like a heat coming. Yeah. And then he showed me this very weird thing. And I'd already decided to tell you everything, right? So I just have to tell you this. This is what he showed me. He showed me a big bowl. It was huge, maybe 100 meters wide. Metal bowl. Right? And there was a walkway around the edges of the bowl with the railing. And then there was an opening in the railing, and they were throwing bodies into the bowl. And it was extremely hot. I didn't see the fire. I didn't see any fire in the bowl, but it was like empty. But it was very hot, apparently, you know. So that's what he showed me. And there was a building, yeah. There was a building next to it, a tall, bright building. Yeah. So that's what happened to him. He was thrown into that bowl, according to him, yeah. And that's what I mean with the simplicity, because as I was talking to him, listening to him, he got brighter. See, and it was easier for him to communicate, and he felt better about it. See? Yeah, very simple things. Asking a question, getting a response, listening to it, understanding what happened, not judging, just listening. And I don't know if this was the true story. Well, it was. According to him, that's what happened to him. He said. And I will not say, this can't be true. I cannot say this to him. I just have to accept his story, you see. And that's what I mean. It's very simple things. Communicating to another person. Yeah. All right. Bye.